Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, government having trouble validating some households seeking burial relief. The Social Security Ministry is expressing concern that it has been unable to validate a number of the households assessed for support under the government's Hurricane Burial Relief Program. Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says since the hurricane on July 3, more than 13,500 assessments have been completed. But he says the authorities have been unable to verify just under 5,000 households using the taxpayer registration number.
We have not been able to validate the TRN for one reason or the other. Either the name is spelled incorrectly, or your name might be Sasha, and you tell us it is Sasha, you spell it S-A-S-H-A, but your TRN has it as S-A-S-C-H-A, or the TRN number that you gave us was incorrect, because in our interaction and engagement with citizens, many did not have their TRN card because the house was totally destroyed, or for whatever reason they couldn't identify it or find it at the time. And the largest number of checks printed come from St. Elizabeth, more than 1,245, at a value of more than $116.4 million, and that's ongoing. And that's followed by Clarendon with more than 1,055 checks printed at a value of an estimate of 98.3 million, call it $100 million. And St. Mary follows in third place, followed by Manchester and then Portland, and on and on.
20 JDF soldiers, 4 cops leave for Haiti Thursday. After over a year in preparation for deployment, a contingent of 20 Jamaica Defense Force personnel and 4 from the Jamaica Constabulary Force will set boots on the ground in Haiti come Thursday as part of a multinational security force. The move is the latest in a series since Prime Minister Andrew Holness in January last year said that Jamaica stood ready to send members of the security forces to Haiti as part of an international effort aimed at restoring stability to the violence-torn French-speaking Caribbean nation. Making the announcement during Tuesday's post-cabinet press briefing at a Jamaica House in St. Andrew, the Prime Minister said the personnel while in Haiti will provide a command, planning and logistics support. Holness, who is in charge of the defense portfolio, said that the security forces continue in a state of readiness to support a further deployment towards our overall commitment as the mission in Haiti is scaled up, while noting that this is a build-up. No country has deployed all at once. It is a start to what we intended to do. We were the first to commit personnel on the basis that any multinational security mission must have the support of the Haitian people, the appropriate jurisdictional sanction, and it must be adequately resourced, Holness said. The Prime Minister, in supplying the rationale for the decision, said it is in Jamaica's best interest to support a long-lasting resolution to the problems in the neighboring territory. Jamaica has close fraternal ties to the people of Haiti, and we stand in solidarity with them. Jamaica also have a national security interest in the situation in Haiti, one of our closest neighbors, Holness said, adding, here in Jamaica, we see the growing entrenchment of gangs who organize the production of armed violence with a view to economic gain, spreading terror in communities, and weakening the state's guarantee to citizen security. In the meantime, Chief of Defense Staff for the JDF, Vice Admiral Antoinette Wims Gorman, said that the Army has been in preparation mode for over a year once we got the indication that Jamaica was prepared to participate. It takes a lot of planning. We have done our due diligence, and we are at the stage now where we can deploy the persons we have committed to support the command element as the mission rolls out, she said. She told the briefing that the Jamaica contingent will be under the command of JDF Colonel Kevin Henry, the designated deputy commander of the overall mission. We are also ensuring that within the headquarters, the Jamaica contingent will occupy key appointments to ensure that we bring our expertise and our interest in the mission to the foregoing in the headquarters, Wims Gorman said. Haiti has been in turmoil since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. In the absence of a functioning state, gangs have filled the void, with the capital, Port-au-Prince, being the center of a horrific turf war in which there have been prolific kidnappings, many civilian deaths, and the gang rape of elderly people and children. Supplies of food and fuel have also been disrupted by the gangsters. Bella's Gate is stunned by farmer's murder. Residents of the quiet farming community of Bella's Gate, Clarendon, are in shock following the murder of Clovis Watt, a 60-year-old farmer. Watt, also known as Yellow, was said to be a figure of selflessness and generosity. He was always there for everyone. He never said no, a tearful relative recounted. He was the go-to person in the district if you have any little thing to do. He was very helpful, and everybody just knew him as someone who goes to his farm and back. He was very hardworking, but still find time for others, the relative added. According to the Constabulary Communications Unit, Watt was gunned down by unknown assailants at about 12 a.m. on Saturday. The quiet night was shattered by gunfire in the Sandy Hole section of the community, where residents later discovered Watt's lifeless body. The relative described the horror of the night. I heard the shots, but I put my phone on silent as I usually do and went to bed. When I woke up about 2 hours later, I saw a lot of missed calls on my phone. And when me called back, the person tell me said them here say Watt dead, the relative said. The motive behind the killing remains unclear. He wasn't one to get into arguments or trouble. He was just coming from the shop and heading home, the relative said. The murder has sent shockwaves through the community, leaving residents shaken and fearful. Usually you can walk any time of the night. Sandy Hole people them peaceful. So right now everyone afraid. We don't want this to become a habit because everyone here just work hard and go to them yard. Right now me I go ensure say night no catch me a road. Since the killing everybody has seen, she said. Based on the most recent police statistics on serious crimes, Clarendon has been experiencing a major reduction in murders. For the period January 1 to September 7, the parish recorded 55 murders, which is 25 fewer than the 80 that were recorded during the corresponding period last year. Woman featured on JCF Wanted Wednesdays freed. A travel agent who was featured on Wanted Wednesdays, a social media campaign led by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, was on Tuesday discharged of criminal charges. A not guilty verdict was announced by Senior Parish Judge Sanchez Burrell after full compensation was made by the defendant Tykees Henry. Subsequent to the monies being paid, an application was made by Henry's attorney, Ricardo Gray, to have photographs of his client removed from the police force's website and the social media platforms. Well, they have to take her picture down now because she's no longer wanted. She's no longer wanted, right? The senior jurist asked the investigator. Well, not at this moment, the investigator responded. The picture I saw was a flattering one though, Burrell added. We'll take that as a compliment, Gray responded. An order was then made by the judge for Henry's photograph to be removed from the constabulary's platform, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. However, Henry's photograph was still on the police force's Instagram page up to late Tuesday. Henry, the proprietor of Butterfly Travels, was charged with fraudulent conversion and obtaining money by means of false pretense. Prosecutors contended that the complainant paid more than $72,000 to Henry between February 13 and May 30 for a trip to the Dominican Republic. Henry, following the not guilty verdict, indicated to the judge that she did not obtain the funds falsely as she has a registered business and deemed the transaction legitimate. When I see people moving jumpy, just give them back their money. Be very careful, the senior judge warned. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.